Yo, what's up, everyone? It's your favorite mentor, your one and only Forex hero. I go by the name of Ofentse Ledwaba, and today, guys, I'll be discussing and giving you guys tips on uncovering secrets of the Forex trading and understanding whether there's more to the high time frame, whether you should be trading on lower time frame, or whether you should be taking your trades on a different time frame other than that. But as you know, in this channel, I always try by all means to give you guys all the knowledge that I can have, and some of the knowledge, obviously, it's in the paid group. And also, please do not forget to click the like, click the subscribe, and notification bell, and become part of the family, guys. What I like to share is what has really happened in my journey. Before I could become profitable, I used to think that the market moves differently, but you need to understand that the market moves in the same price. What I mean by that is that the same price that is on higher time frame, for instance, let's look at daily time frame. If you say price it's just 12 rand, looking at USD ZAR 12 rand, the price is 12 rand throughout all time frames, 4 hour, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. So it does not change. You need to be aware of what is currently happening. So the most important thing in understanding how the market moves is your holy grail. That's how you'll be able to understand that by you looking at the market moving in a clear format, understanding the bigger picture, understanding the price action, understanding the nature of the market. You being patient will actually make you a better trader than the rest of the people who are gambling. Because one thing I've realized is that some people, what they do, they gamble the market. Sometimes they win, sometimes they lose. But you have to understand this perspective. So always, I like to urge people to follow the knowledge first, and then the money will follow you. Don't go chasing the money first before you can successfully understand the terms, the nature of the market, the risk management theory, the importance of having a trading plan. Because trading plan is just as simple as like having a what? Having a license to drive your vehicle. Understand? It's a set of rules that you need to follow. You get to understand that you cannot drive a vehicle if you don't have a license. So why would you want to trade if you don't have a trading plan? Instead, you need to trade having a risk management in place. Before you can place your trades, you need to know how much you are willing to lose. Before you can know how much you're going to win, you need to understand how much you're going to lose. That's the most important thing in protecting your account. You need to protect your account by any means necessary. Forex trading is the game of learning how to stay in it for long. How long can you stay in the game? Because one thing I can tell you, can lose consecutive trades, but then your next trade could be your breakthrough that covers all these three losses. So you just need to understand that it's not a gambling, but it is a what is a game of high probability. High probability trades that you will take, you will get to understand that they can set you good for life. That one trade that you will think that no, this is a go-to trade, then you find that the very same trade that you trusted enough 100% goes against you. So it's always wise to trade with a stop loss. Always wise to try to put your risk management in place. You need to understand how to put your risk management in place. Practice it. As you can see in all my uh, analysis, I always show you where I'm supposed to put my stop loss, where I'm supposed to take profit. So always make sure that you are one step ahead of the market. In the market, you learn every day. You get to understand that it is not uh, gambling. Also, if you can, have a trading partner, someone that will be able to make sure you follow up the rules, and someone that you yourself will be able to tell them, okay, you are not following your risk management. You need to do this, you need to do this. Someone that you can be able to say, okay, can you please check this setup? How is it looking? Or even better, enroll for a course, have a mentor that will eventually assist you in understanding the pros and cons of forex trading. By you having a mentor, it doesn't mean that you are not informative. It simply reduces your time to learn. It simply reduces the time for you to make mistakes, because by you having a mentor, you'll be learning from that person's mistakes. Obviously, like in the Forex Heroes course, we'll share the mistakes that I made. I try by all means to make sure that people don't repeat the same mistakes that I did. People don't blow as many accounts as I did. You find that many people, they've blown 2 or 3 accounts, but I've blown multiple accounts in order to be successful. Hence, I'm sharing this knowledge and I'm sharing this course with you guys to be able to understand that you having uh, a mentor, you are actually minimizing the time that you're gonna take to crack the code. We have already cracked the code for you, and if you are in love with my style of trading, eventually you get to see that you'll be a successful trader. That being the case, you need to understand that the secret of understanding a higher time frame is you training your mind. You need to understand that by you coming from a higher time frame, you are actually breaking down the market into pieces until you eventually get to a lower time frame, which is your 15 minutes, your 1 hour, where you execute your trades. The higher time frame structure will exercise your patience. You'll get to see how the market moves in a higher time frame, because as I've explained, in a 5-day chart, you get to see one daily candle, but inside that day uh, candle, you know that there's 24 1 hour candles. So how will you get those setups if you're only focusing on a one um, day candle instead of spreading out, having multiple candles? Identify your structures on what? On 1 hour time frame, 4 hour. So it actually increases your chances of continuing with the market. Hence, we always execute on lower time frame. You cannot just be executing on a daily. There's people that execute on daily, but you need to have a bigger account, because then now that means you're gonna start from monthly, weekly, and then daily. So your stop loss has to be big enough. Your stop loss has to allow your account to handle the losses that you've put. So by you enabling yourself to understand the lower time frame structure, you are actually setting yourself for a big win, because you can see the trend as it starts. You can ride the trend before it even finishes. You can be able to continue with the trend. You can be able to check other analysis, which is the method of what we call scaling in. By you scaling in, it simply means that you are adding more trades to your winning trades. So that trading on small time frame assists you with doing that. You won't be able to uh, add more trades if you're only focusing on a higher time frame. So your higher time frame is your initial start of the time frame that you're able to see and spot the trend, the start of the never ending trend. Once you see a trend ending, you'll also start to see it on a lower time frame, then it eventually go to a higher time frame. So you get to see how you're supposed to trade. But by you starting from a higher time frame in a reverse pyramid, it's simply saying that you understand how the market will eventually move, not only what is currently happening. By you going to a smaller time frame, you're actually looking at what is currently happening, and if you're looking at the higher time frame, is what has already happened or what is gonna happen. It is the bigger picture. You start understanding the market from the bigger picture. You get to see what is the market telling you. We follow the market. We don't change the market. That's what you always need to understand. That's why I always share the information that I can to enable people to follow the market. If the market changes direction, we follow the market where it goes, because you need to understand that the market and following the trend is your best secret in winning in this forex trading. You cannot just be chasing the market. If you see the market uh, going opposite, then you start being stubborn and saying no, it's supposed to go up. If the market decides that it's changing direction, we follow what the market is telling us. You need to be out of those. You need to be able to adapt to the current change of the market. That's one of the best things that you can do for yourself as a trader. So I'm glad I could share this very, very, very important knowledge about the higher time frame. The higher time frame will actually make you a better trader in understanding and making sure that you can see different candle formations. So from me, your favorite mentor, your one and only Forex hero, thank you very much for tuning in and catch me in the next video. Peace.